guys, it's Jenny, and in this week's KeokeN vlog on YouTube we decided to answer some of your questions. Now, could really do the intro, but he's gonna answer the questions. But now we're gonna switch over to Koen, and I'll ask him your questions. First question. When did it all start? I mean the whole gaming process thing. This is asked by Emily.
The gaming process, or at least when I started to do games, it started when I was very young. At my 13th I started an online community within a game called Soldier of Fortune. After I reached the #1 spot, because that was my goal, I started to do some work, but I always had the craving to go back into games and actually wanted to create them myself. So I started a study when I was 22, and then in 2011 I started KeokeN as like a sole proprietorship. It's a small company owned by myself, and it later turned into KeokeN Interactive, how it is right now. And that's already 5 years ago, I think.
How did your KeokeN team arise out of the gaming scene / programming scene? How did your team came together? That's basically the question.
KeokeN is formed by many different people, ranging from friends or people I got to know through my career as in game development myself. Usually a lot of them are from, I think, I worked with, and later on I decided to include them in the company, and also from people that start internships with KeokeN Interactive. Usually they can, or some of them stay, some of them I still work with. So actually bit by bit, because you're getting more interns, more people, your company starts to grow.
Lizzie asks, where do you see your company in a few years, and have you planned on any other projects?
In a few years I hope to have more teams working on more game series or game projects, and we do have a few other concepts. Some of you know that we once started a horror game called Horror, and we want to finish that. We once started The Ocean, that's another game we're trying to create, but it has a bigger scope, and there's way more concepts laying around, so I actually want to develop all of them. So in a few years I'm making more games, and at least double as big as we are right now.
Fini Arts asks, what do you do when you're not developing? Do you even have free time?
That's a great question. When we do not develop the game, there's more stuff to do in your company or in your game company. So we actually communicate with you guys, we communicate or actually prepare a lot of stuff for the next week, or for development, or for the promotion, or for the for the marketing. Work never stops. So I don't think I know the last time I had a real rest or a relaxing moment. I don't even game as much as I would like to, so yeah.
Kalassen asks, what is your biggest dream or wish after the game is done and successful? What would you do after that?
I want to make more games and make more games.
What was your first thought about Gronk besides, who is this guy?
Gronk, when I saw him for the first time, I thought, that's looking like a nice teddy bear guy. I couldn't believe what he was doing. So, and I wasn't able that a community, or I wasn't aware that a community was able to do this.
KeokeN asks, who had the idea for Deliver Us the Moon?
That's a cool question. The idea came from my brother, Paul, you all know as well. He came with a concept called Moon Man, and that was a small concept actually, aimed for a game that has development for 5 months, and we decided to create that one.
Tim asks, will the whole team still be together after Deliver Us the Moon is completely finished in 2017?
Yes, the team will be complete. Actually, I need them to work on another game.
How long does it take to finish a computer game? And what program do you use?
It really depends on what you're making. So we're making the game with Unreal Engine 4. That's a very beautiful, detailed engine, but also very complex in ways. If you calculate the time you need to use for your game, or actually have an idea about what time you need to take at least double, because it's gonna take way more time than you once thought it would be. Especially the polishing phase, it just takes on and on and on.
Charlie asks, what are the pros and cons about working as an indie developer and in a small group of people?
Cool question. The pros are that you are very independent in a way that you can do whatever you want. The cons are that if you are very free to choose what you want, you also get all the problems. So you have to figure your way through how everyone's doing it. So also the big companies, everyone's trying to fight in a wasteland. But the fact that you can steer the car yourself is great. And actually your own creative product, that you can steer the creative process, that's amazing. But it also has its downsides.
Torcott asks, since you've been visiting different hubs, USA and Europe, will there be an option to change suit later on?
At the moment you're just wearing one suit, the WSA suit, but so that doesn't, no, you're not gonna change your suit. It's not on the planning yet.
Skelly asks, was or is there still any cultural information for the Live Was the Moon?
I think you mean if there's any cultural stuff going on in bases, maybe? Because yes, we're gonna do some cultural stuff on different countries in the game. We want to characterize them with their culture a little bit.
Jutta Whitfilet asks, how did you come up with Pingy? Why a cubical turquoise penguin and not a conventional logo? Conventional logo.
Pingy is a mascot that has been with me for all my life. So when you create a company, you just want to find something that's very close to you. So the name is actually my nickname when I was gaming back in the days. And the logo is actually a mascot I have always had. And he's blue or turquoise, and he's not cubicle, but cubicle was because it's easy recognizable. It's easy to remember instead of like a very detailed, complex logo.
And the last question is by Steffi. What would you do if you weren't in KeokeN?
If I weren't in KeokeN, I would be in another company I created. Because I really like this, to be able to think and create whatever you want.
Well, I think those were most of the questions, and we're probably gonna answer more of your questions in another Ask KeokeN. Bye!